Welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right in to decode a genuinely fascinating source document outlining a very unique healthcare investment model. The pitch proposes a blend of deep, meaningful social impact with, quite frankly, highly lucrative financial returns. If you've ever wondered how developers actually attempt to pair large-scale social uplift with high-yield capital allocation, well, this is an incredibly interesting case study. Now, you might be wondering, can you actually achieve a whopping 36% return on investment while simultaneously elevating a nation's healthcare infrastructure? It's a provocative premise, right? High yields definitely raise some natural skepticism for seasoned investors, and they should. But in this explainer, we're going to break down the exact tangible mechanisms the developers claim make this figure possible. Okay, let's dive into this. The anchor of this entire initiative is the NAHRA Hospital and Medical College project. Pitched as an absolute landmark in healthcare and medical education, the core identity of this project is captured perfectly in the phrase, profit with purpose. The developers are proposing a state-of-the-art facility designed to serve humanity while functioning as a highly optimized economic engine. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First, profit with purpose. Second, massive healthcare infrastructure. Third, the medical tourism hub. Fourth, high-yield investor opportunity. And finally, capital security and privileges. We'll take you from the altruistic vision straight to the hard numbers and safety nets. All right, starting off with Section 1, Profit with Purpose, Serving Humanity. The source material outlines three absolutely crucial pillars here. First up is creating a center of excellence delivering world-class healthcare. Second, it's a massive engine for medical education. By operating at a staggering 1,000-bed scale, the project aims to create unprecedented employment and educational opportunities. They're essentially trying to build the future healthcare workforce of the nation. And the third pillar is broad community impact, elevating the overall standard of well-being across Pakistan and beyond. Moving right along to Section 2, Massive Healthcare Infrastructure, Expanding the Reach. Now, to prove this is a tangible, massive undertaking, the pitch guides us chronologically through a rollout across three strategic sites. Step 1 is establishing the corporate head office in Bahria town, Rawalpindi. Step 2 expands into premium urban healthcare delivery with a 1,000-bed hospital at Mozaparial. And finally, Step 3 is the mega campus located in Leah, South Punjab, which houses the medical college to really ground that whole social uplift vision. And this brilliantly illustrates the two distinct scales of the project. On one hand, you have the tangible, completed, multi-story corporate head office acting as the hub for governance and shareholder servicing. Then you zoom out to the vast architectural blueprints of the Leia facility. It completely bridges the gap between everyday administrative operations and this colossal medical capacity. Which brings us to the financial engine of the project, in Section 3, the medical tourism hub, Rawalpindi Premium Hospital. Look at these numbers. The project relies heavily on brilliant strategic geography to drive revenue. It's positioned right in the crosshairs of a target population of roughly 5 to 6 million people across Rawalpindi and Islamabad. The logistics are highly deliberate. It's just 7 kilometers from the M2 motorway and critically 7 kilometers from the Islamabad International Airport. According to the pitch, this exact proximity is the absolute linchpin for a viable medical tourism model. Because of that super close proximity to the international airport, the hospital is perfectly positioned to cater to high-paying medical tourists. The document targets a very specific high-margin market gap here: advanced cardiac centers, oncology, luxury patient suites, and seamless transfer services. They are even laying the groundwork for rapid helicopter services and dedicated ambulance fleets to pick up patients straight from the tarmac. All right, pivoting to Section 4, high-yield investor opportunity, the hard numbers. Let's get into the core pitch for the institutional investors tuning in. So, the crucial point is that 36% annual return on investment. In a landscape full of volatile equities, an asset promising a secure 36% annual yield is definitely designed to grab your attention. Let's actually look at how the developers model this out. The daily mechanics break down exactly like this. An initial investment of 5 million Pakistani rupees translates into a guaranteed annual income of KPR $1.8 million. How? Well, it's calculated using luxury hospital room rents pegged at KPR 5,000 per day, which generates KPR 150,000 monthly. And remarkably, the developer's financial modeling suggests this remains profitable even if the hospital operates at a conservative 50% occupancy rate. Which naturally leads us to address the skepticism of those high returns in Section 5, Capital Security and Privileges, the Shield. The developers pitch this investment structure with a dual nature. It balances an ironclad 100% capital security plan to protect your principal, while simultaneously offering a suite of absolutely unmatched shareholder lifestyle privileges on the other side. Let's talk about those institutional safety nets. The features outlined in the document include a tangible UBL bank guarantee. Furthermore, the hospital project is officially enrolled with the Central Depository System, or CDS, and the investor bonds are registered directly with the Pakistan Stock Exchange. They are aiming for true institutional-grade transparency and legal protection in a sector that is typically viewed as highly recession-resilient. Now, beyond that regular monthly income, the source highlights some serious shareholder perks. We're talking lifetime free health services for the shareholder and their immediate family, a quick sale and purchase facility to ensure asset liquidity, and even a 50% discount at the NAHRA Resort and Golf Club. It's really about blending a financial portfolio with tangible, real-world lifestyle benefits. We'll wrap up today's explainer with a direct quote straight from the material, Pakistan's safest social uplift investment opportunity. It perfectly summarizes the ambition of this pitch, a synergy where treating premium medical tourists yields secured returns while literally funding tomorrow's healthcare workforce. So I'll leave you with this final provocative question to think about. Can high-margin medical tourism truly be the ultimate financial engine for sustainable, large-scale social uplift in developing nations? Thanks so much for joining me to unpack this source material, and keep learning.